Hey guys. So, because Dark Souls 2 came out this week, the show that I was going to put up this week is going to get pushed back yet another week. So, sorry about that. But some of you have already seen it. I accidentally put it up a few days ago, or last 2 weeks ago. And, yeah, messed that up when I uploaded it. So, for those of you who have already seen it, that's great. Next week should be Metro Last Light. But this week, I'm going to do Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. This is the PC edition of Dark Souls, for those who don't know. And Dark Souls 2 came out just this last Tuesday, along with Titanfall, another game which I already have a video of from the beta. Hopefully I will get Titanfall and actually put some video up for that as well. So that being said, this will be Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. It took some doing to get my 360 controller working. It has something to do with disabling human interface devices and stuff like that. I don't know. It sounds like it's a giant pain in the ass to make it work. So we're going to go ahead and start this up as soon as I remember to click into the window. Let's turn the brightness all the way up. Yeah. That's good. I do have Xbox Live turned off because I do not care. One, I don't have an Xbox. I don't want to deal with all of that Xbox Live crap. I don't really care for it. I would enter a name. Oh, I have to type it in. Duh. I'm used to the PS3 version. I played a lot of the PS3 version when it first came out. If you understand that reference, it'll be funny. If you don't, I'm sorry. Maybe you should read some Douglas Adams. Alright. I was making a dude. I still want to play. So these are the different character classes that you could start with. It doesn't really matter. It only really depends on what your base stats are. So of course your warrior, your knight, your wanderer, and all that stuff are, like your warrior and your knight are probably going to have high strength versus all other stats. The knight is probably the most well-rounded, so on and so forth. Your sorcerers, pyromancers are probably going to have more intelligence than your average character. It also figures out your starting gear. Most characters start with some sort of shield and one-hander. In fact, I think they all start with something like that. Even the deprived, which is the guy that has absolutely nothing, has a club and part of a door, it appears. I'm going to go ahead and do what I normally do, and I'm going to play a thief. Your gift is just some random item. I'm going to go ahead and use the master key. And then physique is just basic body types, things like that. Tiny head. I just thought that was kind of funny. You're there. Face. Generic faces. We'll look that way. Hair. Hair doesn't really matter, especially if you're going to be wearing a lot of helmets and stuff for the most part of the game. You occasionally might not have armor and whatnot on. A buddy of mine I work with says that the best way to play this game is to just not wear armor and get really good at dodging shit. And I have to agree that that is probably the best way to play this game. Yes, it is okay to start the game with this character. Sorry about the mouse.
In the age of ancients,
so there is a story to it, but it's really, really thin.
Shrouded by fog.
Or at least it was on the
A land
PS3
of grey
version.
crags,
Maybe they added stuff.
arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Ooh.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course,
Light and dark.
light and dark.
That's pretty much.
Then from the dark
Looks like this just
they came
sets up where all the dark.
and found the souls of lords
What the hell are they called?
within the flame.
I don't know if they're shriveled or I forget what the terminology is, but basically you're either dead or you're alive. When you're dead, you're still playing, but you don't have a
The
soul
first of the
or
dead.
soulless or something like that. When you play multiplayer, you cannot be invaded
The
when you're
Witch of
soulless.
Isunin
Hollow
and
is
her
what I call it.
daughters of chaos.
But you also lose like the bonuses
the Lord of
of
Sunlight
right. Can I skip
and
this?
his faithful.
Yeah, I can skip this. Okay. Sorry. I just don't like the intro for that. It's just not really all that useful. To me, anyway. There's the lore behind this game is not that interesting.
Yes,
The gameplay is.
indeed.
And that's really where
The
the
dark
majority of this
sign
game comes
brands
from.
the undead.
But anyway, the two main differences between your character are when you're human and you're hollow. When you're hollow,
And
you
in
can't be
this
invaded.
land,
I believe there's a couple of bonuses to being
the
human. I think you get like
undead
better
are
drops or something like
crowned
that.
and
But you
led
can be
to
invaded at
the
any time by other players. And a lot of times, at least every time I've done it, I've died.
Where
They've
they
killed me.
are
They're like,
locked
aha,
away
dead.
to
And that
await
makes me really
the
sad.
end
And I don't
of
want to
the
deal with that
world.
crap. So it's part of why I'm not tagged into live. That being said, this game is maybe not as difficult as everybody said it was. It is a hard game. When I played on the PS3, I put 25 hours into it, and I only got, I want to say about 3/4 of the way through the game. I got stuck at a boss fight that was really 2 boss fights. So I never actually beat Lord Gwyn or Gwaine or however they say it. What are you looking at, punk ass? So you can dodge, run, in circles and stuff like that. Like, it's a pretty, like, from that standpoint of this is a generic third-person action game. You have that going for you. You see these little scratches on the ground. You read the messages. There are, in the regular game, they're just tips and things like that. In like a multiplayer game or when you're online, you can download tips from other players, and they could not be tips. They might be leading you astray. Like there were times when I was playing initially, like there was there's a treasure chest down here, and I jumped down the hole and died. So that the number of attacks, so when you attack, if you look up on the upper left, there's a green bar and a red bar. Red bar is obviously life. Green bar is your endurance or your stamina. As you use attacks, as you run, I forget how you run in this game. As you run, it goes down. As you dodge, it goes down, but it comes back up. Your stamina will drain faster when wearing heavy armor versus wearing light armor or no armor. You do have a lock-on, like a Z-targeting type style lock-on. Just, it makes it easier for when you're surrounded. You're like, all right, I gotta kill this guy. It will also flip your camera to whatever way your dude's facing, just to make sure that you kind of get, like, you're pointed in the right direction. You're not looking at a wall or something if you don't want to be. So I don't know how Demon's Souls was. I do own it on PS1 because it was one of the Plus games, or PS3 as it was a Plus game at one point. But when you come to a bonfire, you rest and you get all your life back. But all the enemies in the area will also respawn. So that's one of those things you really need to pay attention to when you're doing. You want to make sure that you're. Yes, you're rested and you have all your flasks, which I should get here in a little bit. but also that you're, you know, you're in an area where you can get away with resting and not running out of, and not getting immediately attacked. Most of the bonfires are in a pretty good spot though, where they won't do that. And it's only the smaller enemies that respawn. It's not like bosses or the really super huge enemies that are super tough to kill. They pretty much never respawn until New Game Plus, which never really got into. So here we go. Whoa. Oh, that was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. Too bad I'm gonna die. Run away! So there is a way to kill him with the little sword deal, but it takes forever, and I really chipping those pixels, man. I don't really feel like chipping those pixels. So even though a lot of the mechanics in this game are not explained, this is like a decent area for you to learn all about like the different the different mechanics of this game. You know, you go into the menu, and we'll go into this. So when you look at vitality, attunement, endurance, and all that, like your different statistics, it doesn't really, or at least it didn't really tell you anything about it when you first jumped in. It doesn't, you know, obviously things like endurance is going to increase your stamina, and strength will increase your damage with weapons that scale off of strength. Dex will do the same with weapons that scale off of dex. But things like faith and intelligence don't really give you any idea. Like, does intelligence help spell damage? Does it make it so that spells cost less? Whatever. Same thing with faith. Like, I think those two stats specifically, like, intelligence is based off of, like, destruction magic, like fireballs and things like that. And faith is, like, healing magic. Your vitality is your life. Attunement, I'm not sure what it does. And resistance, I guess, reduces the amount of damage you take from either physical or magical sources. But every time you spend souls on a stat boost, it then increases your level. I don't think that really changes the way that any of the monsters level. Like, I don't think they level at all. Okay, I did equip my sword. Oh, I put it wrong. There we go. Just trying to figure out what I did with my sword. There we go. So this game never really stops playing. Like, you can pause the game by going into that menu, but it never really, like, the game never really stops. So you really need to be careful when you're in an area to make sure that you don't get killed because you're trying to look at your stats or whatever. Ow, you jerk. Ass. Ooh, sure. I don't have any ammo though, so that kind of sucks. So you can switch your weaponry just by hitting right or left on the D-pad on your 360 or PS3 controller, depending on which version you're playing. I'm not exactly sure what the PC controls are because, let's be honest, playing a game like that with PC controls probably would not be that great. This game was not made to be played that way, and it really shows it just by the way that it does control when you are playing it. So, trying to play this with a PC controller just seems like it would be, or with a PC, just a mouse and a keyboard, nightmare. Oh, now, buddy.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords.
Okay.
When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead comes sharply. Well, now you know,
So I'm the savior of the undead?
and I can die with hope in my heart.
I'm guessing that's the whole point
One
of
more
this game.
thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and now I must be. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
I don't remember if...
Now I would hate to, and thank you.
Okay, you come back there. And I get his souls anyway. Alright, let's see, can I go up here? Oh, I know I can. I need to go down here. So a lot of the zones are set up in a way such as that you can, once you progress so far through the zone, you can basically open up a shortcut to the back part of the zone or a different section of the area. That helps with like load times and stuff, because it's not having to load like all kinds of new areas all the time. But at the same time, you know, I think it's always kind of fun to see like how they tunnel these areas together so that you can you know, not have to worry too much about getting all over the place. Yeah, I'm going to use my dagger as a two-handed weapon, because that makes sense. But it does sometimes make sense. To do that, because sometimes you just, you can't use a weapon one-handed. Because you're too, you know, the weapon's too heavy. There were instances in the PS3 version when I needed to dual wield a weapon because, you know, I didn't have the strength to use it effectively. Oh damn. So, you know, doing that is a decent way to, you know, give yourself a nice little damage boost, but it also, you know, makes it so you can't use your it won't let me use the flask. What's that about? Ah, there we go. Come here, little jerk. I gotta remember how to play this game. It's been a very long time since I've actually put any time into a Demon Souls game or a Dark Souls game. Aww. So I mean, but like if you play Demon Souls, Dark Souls is a very similar control scheme. So it's, you know. Whoa, what is this? Left bumper is your shield, right bumper is your regular attack, right trigger is your heavy attack, left trigger is parry. If you parry at just the right time, you can get like a free backstab or high damage ability, which is all well and good. It's just the timing on it is kind of funky. Oh crap, I missed it. I'm supposed to stab him in the head and that didn't work. And that's how you die. So, when you die, you start with no souls. Oh crap, you can't see because my stuff's in the way. Hold on. It's trying to follow my mouse. Crap, where the hell is it? There we go. So if you look down there behind where my portrait would be, that's where your souls are racked up. Once you get so many of them, you then can use those to level, but only at a bonfire. And it'll tell you, hey, you can level up if you want to. I believe it even tells you on your thing here what it would require for next level. Maybe not. I thought it did. Anyway. Locked by some control. Oh, I gotta go all the way around again. That sucks. So this game does have that reputation of hard but fair, and I would, say that is probably a valid description of this game. It is hard, but once you learn how to play the game, once you learn like the animations of the enemies and the the paths to take and where items are used and really like where the enemies spawn. So like I know there's 3 guys right here. Kill one. Two of them are melee guys, so one of them has a bow and the other 2 just do regular attacks. So knowing that, I can, be cheap and kite them around the wall here. And then do this whole section without taking any damage. We're taking very little damage. It's just been a very long time since I played this game, so I'm sorry if I really, really suck at this game. And anybody who really wants to tell me, hey, you suck at this game, you go right ahead. Because I don't doubt it. It's been a very long time since I played this game. And yeah. Ah, crap, I just wasted my Estus flasks. So that's the other thing you can do. You can burn flasks by hitting the wrong button. So every time you respawn at a campfire or whatever they're called, you get whatever the maximum number of flasks is that you're allowed to carry. There we go. And then you can grab all of your stuff again the next time once you respawn, if you find your corpse fast enough. Come here, chunky butt. I guess when you're dodging, you won't take damage provided it's not a direct hit. There we go. Got it. So whenever you beat a boss, you get this big victory achieved thing, and then you get a buttload of souls, and usually you get some sort of quest item to continue on, or it unlocks the next door or area for you to run around in, that's pretty similar to every third-person adventure game. The thing that messes with you is you hear this, like when you're standing in here, you hear these big clumpy sounds, right? Or at least I was hearing that. What the hell are those sounds? You find out what that is later, much later in the game. Go ahead. That is about all the encouragement you get in this game. Good job, go ahead. That's it. That is like the only positive reinforcement you get in this game, other than the fact that you just made it past this boss. Because this game is, it's kind of mean. Not very nice some days.
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Oh, hi. You are a very big crow-raven thing.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
Ooh.
To the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Lordaeron? You took me to the WoW universe? So now, once you get outside of the Undead Asylum, you're in this big, like, walled-off city. And this is where the majority of the game takes place. Or at least the majority of the game that I've played takes place in this area. And there's really no direction. It's like, hey, here you go, guy. Have fun. And it doesn't say, you should go this way, or you should go that way, or any of that stuff. Yeah, okay. So now you can level up Kindle, which I believe, I'm not exactly sure what kindling does anymore. I think it has something to do with using your soul, your humanity for stuff. So you can see how much it costs to level up per level. So it's like right here-ish. Basically, every time you level up, every time you use your souls, you gain a level, and it increases your, stats overall. So like your physical defense, your versus strike versus slash, like that's all defensive stuff, and your base. Like if I were to do strength, it still increases those stats. My damage just would not go up at all, because the weapons that I've chosen on this character are dexterity based. And reverse hollowing is if you have humanity, which is that number up in the upper left, it will turn you human, and then you get like extra bonuses.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Don't attack this
Fate of
guy.
the
He will rip you
undead,
to
right?
shreds.
Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. Too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening.
Really,
One's
dude?
up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this
So basically, that's the first chunk of the game. Is hey, you can go north, you can go up, or you can go down. Crap. So certain bonfires you can. Oh, what the? God damn it! Certain bonfires you can use. You can get 10 Estus flasks. Usually the ones that have a keeper at them. Keepers are like the. I don't want to say super powerful, but the. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! I'm dead. Nope, nope, not dead. Now I'm dead. So they're the like super powerful. They give you extra powerful souls when they die, or whenever if you kill them, or whenever you find a firekeeper soul, you will get like extra souls. They're really good. I think you have to use them for a couple of crafting recipes or something later on. But they're pretty cool. And I think you can have at best a maximum of 20 Estus flasks, or maybe it's 15. But really, if you can just dodge the crap out of everything, you won't really need any of them. Obviously, I can't dodge the shit out of anything because I'm really terrible at this game. really wish some of these guys would drop their weapons, but they won't. Alright. Just remember how to run. No, I died. Damn it. There's a ring or something over there in the corner I was trying to get, and I died. It's lucky that this game doesn't really have a high death penalty. I believe in Dark Souls or Demon Souls, every time you died, your maximum life decreased by some percentage, and at some point, if you just died a lot, the game would be almost impossible, and you would have to start over. I'm really glad that's not the case in this, because if it was, I don't think Alright. That guy killed himself. So even if things die on their own, like they fall off, you don't touch them, you still get the souls, which is, it's kind of nice. Dick. Get it. Never really could get the timing of the kick down. It just seemed like the kick always threw me off, and I never understood why. Did that guy fall off the edge too? No, there he is. Got my souls here. Alright. So let's make some progress here. I got about, what, 20 minutes left? Let's just see if I can show you some stuff before I run out of time here. So the loot's is very easy to see. It's, you know, it's a white wispy thing. Anything that has loot looks like that. There we go. You know, this game runs a heck of a lot better than it did on the PS3. I mean, that being said, it was basically a port from the console versions to the PC version. I'm glad to see that they did, you know, institute some fixes for resolution and frame rate capping and things like that, because, you know, playing this game at a frame rate locked at 30, while that doesn't really bother me at all, I can see why that would bother some people. But you know, if you have this awesome gaming rig and you want to run this game at as high a resolution as possible, oh shit, damn it! Playing this game at as high a resolution as possible on your desktop, I can see where that would bother the shit out of somebody going, oh man, well this game's capped at 720, 30 frames a second. That's not cool at all. Well, you know, shit kind of happens, guy. But I'm glad to see that they supported it, and the modding community went out in force and was like, all right, we fixed the frame rate issue. You can now play this game at 1080 or whatever resolution you want to play this game at. You're no longer stuck at 720 only. You know, the distinct lack of controller support was a big deal when it first came out too, and that has since been patched in. Even if it is a little weird to get it to work, it's been patched in. Like I said, I had to do some tinkering to get it to work on my end. But I got it to work. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, shit, shit. God damn it. Alright, well, you're just gonna stay down there, dude. Sorry. Whoa. Yeah, good. But if you're a fan of tough as nails games, games that are punishing on a level that a lot of people just can't get used to, this is definitely the game for you. And it's, you know, it's Big Brother Dark Souls 2, or Little Brother, I guess, at this point. That's how that works, right? Sequels are Little Brothers. You know, if those are the kind of games you like, you will definitely enjoy this game. You know, the narrative is pretty light. Other than what you saw at the beginning, there's not much else to it. As you can tell, blocking doesn't always keep you from taking damage. You know, I took a little sliver of death or damage there instead of a whole buttload, but still. These large souls of undead are they just give you souls, and not only do you use them for your level upgrades, you also trade them to vendors. There is a vendor in this area somewhere. I have to remember where the hell he is. I also have to remember where the hell I need to go to get back on the main path. Alright. Good? Good. Chug a flask. So all the animations are timed out. You can't, like, quick chug a flask. There's no upgrade for that. So, you know, but that plays into the way that this game works. Like, all of the enemies have the same, like, a lot of the, like, undead enemies have the same animation times. All of the larger enemies kind of have, like, you know, a 2-second swing timer or something like that. And you know, this game is mean, but it is fair. Like, it doesn't cheat you. It just feels like it does. Bastard. I guess I got a crit. That's what the blood splatter sound was. Yeah, you just... I need to tear some stuff up. Yep, there we go. Roll around in the wood piles there. So the white lights aren't necessarily a load screen. They're just a way to kind of gate you to say, hey, you know, you better be ready to roll through the Sometimes they're just, all right, now you can go to this next section of the area. Sometimes it's, hey, there's a boss fight. There's one where as soon as you go through the white light, there's a big freaking boss dude just chilling there waiting for you to whoa. Big boss dude just chilling there waiting for you. Like, you run through the door and boom, guy. And, you know, you always got to be on top of your toes when you're, or on your toes when you're playing Dark Souls. So let's see here. I know I can make that jump. I've made that jump before. It does kind of bother me that your character doesn't have like an arms out reach for the ledge type of thing. But you know, if they did, this game would be probably way easier. You know, when you block an attack, I don't know if you've been noticing, but when you block an attack, it does cut down on your stuff. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get to. There we go here. Open this door. The only thing that's here is this wooden shield. So the different items, like most RPGs, the different items have different stats. The wooden shield is lighter, but it actually... No, you know what? It really doesn't have much in the way of bonuses. Except that it's just a different shield. I'm sure there is something to it. I just don't know what it is. Again, a lot of those icons are not really well... what do they say? A lot of those icons are not really well explained. Like, if you don't sit and finagle with the numbers, you're not going to know, hey, this is a... this is a dex weapon, and I'm going to get extra weapon or extra damage off of dex because of this, and whatever. I don't need more life. I just need more dex. Do more damage. So see how all of those dudes just respawned? Yeah, that's pretty much how this game works. So apparently I parried his attack, but I did it at the wrong... I didn't hit the button fast enough, so I didn't get to do the backstab extra damage move. Alright, so now I got these two guys. Oh, and there's our vendor.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
So let's go with, because I have a ranged weapon, I really need... I really need some ammo for that. So the fact that ammo is a thing.
What a waste of
Go and fall off a cliff. I guess I didn't. I forgot to buy it. I screwed it up. Yeah, I did. Alright. I'm not gonna spend all my money on arrows, but let's see here. Let's put it up to 40.
Thank you kindly.
So no, you can do the lock-on stuff, or you can stand here and try to free aim. But free aiming is not really that effective. open straight swords. Yay. I do like how exploration is highly encouraged in this game, because in order to really make any progress, you kind of have to look for everything. Oh shit! Damn it! I have to go all the way back over there to get my souls. It's highly encouraged, but sometimes it's not as effective as you'd like it to be. So when I talk about like giving yourself a shortcut, because I mentioned that a little while ago, at some point you'll be able to go up there and kick that ladder down so you can go from this bonfire to wherever that passage leads, which is a great thing because you're going to need this bonfire for quite some time. This bonfire is like home base for the first hour and a half of this game. Probably the first 2 hours of this game, depending on how quickly you roll through it. That's right, those guys use flasks too, don't they? Just stand back, wait for one of them to move, or try to attack me from some range. So you can do this shooting. It's not as effective as you would like it to be most times, but it does help for when enemies are way out of range from your physical attacks or your melee attacks. But usually you do the same thing to them that they do to you. They punish you when you miss an attack, you punish them an attack when they miss the same attack. It's like this game, I guess, is all about punishment. Sounds weird, but that's about right. Get my souls back here. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get to the first boss of this game. The first real boss. I mean, you do have your, you do have that demon, whatever the hell that was at the very beginning. But that's like a trainer boss. It's basically to show you, hey, sometimes running away is the best option. Sometimes I believe it's like sometimes brute strength isn't the way to go. While that's very true, you can't really brute force your way through a lot of these enemies, especially the ones with, you know, shields or heavy armor. Let's see if I can make this jump. If I miss it again, I'm gonna be super pissed, and I'm gonna wind up just tossing all of these souls away. Hey, there we go. What's up here, to be honest. Ooh, a light crossbow. That's right. I can't run off there. That sucks. Oh, hi. Well, as I come to the end of the first 48 of Dark Souls, I know I died a lot more than I probably should have, and that makes me sad. because you guys don't really get to see any of the really cool stuff. But hopefully you get a pretty decent feel for kind of how this game plays. You know, some of the more fantastical bosses are way later in the game, so you would not have seen them anyway. I forget, how did I do that? There we go. So, let's see if I can kill this guy one more time. Critical in the face. So once again, I have been Dave. This has been Dave's First 48. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, next week will definitely be Metro Last Light. That one's already on YouTube. I just need to make it go live for you guys to see. But you know, Dark Souls 2 came out this week. If you're interested in picking up that game, if you are interested in playing Dark Souls, I believe it is super cheap, used for the PS3 and the 360. It is probably not super expensive for Steam either, and quite frankly, the Steam version is the way to play this game. It's if you want like the best running version, because the PS3 version I know has some frame rate issues in places like Blighttown and areas in which there's like a lot of shader effects and things like that. But you know, thanks for watching. Hopefully, you know, if you guys like this, you'll subscribe. If I messed something up, if I completely screwed something up about the lore in this game, be sure to tell me in the comments section. You know, check us out on Twitter at PixelBlips. Watch for our Sunday shows. They usually go up midday, 4 o'clock Central on Sundays. And you know what? Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week.